Hi everyone, it's Greg from Workair Technologies again, and I thought we should share with you what we did with the Komatsu 830E cab to rectify the air conditioning and how it was sucking particles up through the aircon drain in the last video. Sorry it's taken so long, but we've been really busy building Cat dozer units, Hitachi excavators, Cat autonomous truck filter units. Yep, even the autonomous trucks are suffering from dust. So let's have a look at what we did with the Komatsu. Okay, so if we go in closer and let's have a look. This is our filter unit. These panels here is how we access our HEPA filters. Open those and our filters just slide out and slide a new one in. This is our suction pipe from the cab. This is our return air pipe to the cab. And then this side, again, we've got HEPA filter, and a pre-cleaner. Now the unit mounts onto the factory lifting points of the cab. So no drilling of the ROPS or anything there. Now, air is drawn out of the cab through this pipe, comes up into the filter unit. In the filter unit, it's cleaned, pressurized air is mixed in with it, and then it comes back through our return air line, back down here, across the bottom, back into the cab, into the air conditioner. And that's now supplying all the air that the air conditioner needs. You can see in here, push this around, the expanding foam is still in there from the previous sealer. So if you remember, we were getting 50 pascals of pressure, a little bit over. We'll run it and we'll see what we're getting now. Okay, so we've added in a digital pressure gauge, and you'll see in a second why that is. The original Magnahelic gauge just isn't, well, it's off the scale. So let's have a look. And now, if you remember from the last video, this aircon drain was actually sucking smoke in. This time, it's a little bit, because it's a bit hard to show you blowing the smoke away. What I'm going to do is, I'll show you what it does now. Put this plastic bag over there. There we go. It's actually now blowing air out of the drain instead of sucking it in. So the cab's generating way too much cab pressure. We'll have to cause some leaks in this cab to bring that down, and we want it to leak. The reason why we want it to leak is because we want it to purge any CO2 out. Oversealing of cabs is a leading cause for holding CO2 in the cab. It just can't get out. You're operating it, you're breathing, CO2 is building up in the machine, and that's an issue. And the reason why it's got so high is from years of maintenance trying to keep the original system at its 50 pascals or a bit more. So it's been smoke bombed to within an inch of its life and sealed absolutely everywhere. So we will now go and induce some leaks into this machine and let it leak, because we can. So before we pulled the original pressurization system off this cab and put our unit on, we actually had a third-party company come out and test the system. We get them out to test all our units on commissioning, and we issue a certificate with them. And the way they do that is using a test called a DOP test, or a dispersed oil particulate test. And that is an aerosol that's generated on the outside of the cab. It's a bit like a smoke bomb, but it's in reverse. We're doing it on the outside of the cab, and we're seeing what gets drawn in. The particles that the aerosol generator makes are 0.3 micron in size, which is what a HEPA filter can stop. Then they sit inside the cab with a photometer, and the photometer picks up those 0.3 micron particles and counts them. And they do a comparison between inside and outside, and that gives us a penetration rate.
Oh, look at that. 100% penetration.
It's obviously
Yeah, straight. So I'll change the filter.
Okay.
So what was the reading there?
Yeah, so basically we've gone off the scale that I'm on.
Yeah.
Look, in all the stuff I test, it only has to go to 10%, and it's a fail.
Right.
So after it goes over that, it's failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll challenge the filter like that, and then we'll start going around the cab. And we're looking for anything that might be sucking something in. Which we shouldn't do. There you go, it's reading. Yeah, go here. That's where. Oh, when I went underneath. No, we went undercover.
Right. So the existing unit failed that test. Some of it was to do with sucking up through the aircon drain. Some of it was actually going through the system. We actually pulled the filter out, put a new filter in, did the test again, and it failed again. So we pulled the unit off and we put ours on and we ran the test again. This time it passed. We don't have the issue of particles being drawn up through the aircon drain or any part of the air conditioning system, and we don't have issues of particles actually getting past our filters.
Remember before, our aircon drain doesn't suck in anymore, it actually blows away. To make sure. The real test is where you always go in under the intake for the pressurizer. You not seeing anything from there? No, nothing. Moving on that? Oh yeah, so very expensive.
No, it's good.
Yeah, we have to.
So thanks for watching what we did with this cab. We're not finished with it yet. We're going to add in some of our new cab control systems and show you what we can do with the cab pressure. But also just remember, if you've got dust in your vents or if your cab's dusty and you're running a pressurization system, it is not working. And if you're just having trouble maintaining cab pressure and you've got a site standard that you need to reach and it's causing downtime, that can also be fixed. So again, thanks for watching. Cheers.